Please subscribe to my channel and bell the notification. Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my followers here in my YouTube video. So I am here now with my husband Gavin Wilkinson. We are doing a video for our green card interview. It's I-485. So it's a marriage-based interview. So we will tell you about our experience, and we just have a list here of our experience. So
we live very far away from where the office is. The office that we had our interview in was in Fresno, California. And we came the night before and stayed in a motel and went to the interview place quite early and parked there so we could see exactly where we were going to go because we didn't want any delays. And then we went and had a breakfast nearby and then came back and lined up about 25 minutes before our interview. There was a security guard and he came out and asked everyone for this time, please come in at this point. And then he checked us one by one and warned us not to bring any contraband like pepper spray or knives. And then he took us in one by one. They checked our temperature because of COVID-19 and asked us if we had any fever or any symptoms. And then they gave us a number and we went through the security. We had to take off our belts and our shoes and empty our pockets. And then we went upstairs.
yes, and then upstairs in the second floor, there is one guy there. When we get in there, he asked if we are the number K10. And then we answered yes. And then he said, follow me. So we followed him in his office, and then we sat down there in the two chairs that we are it is for us. And then
he mentioned that the computers had been down earlier in the day and many of the interviews for the morning had been turned away and had to come back later, and we were glad that we did not because we were nervous and ready to get the interview over. So we were glad we were going to do it right then and there. The demeanor of the person doing our interview was very relaxed, and he immediately made us feel better about ourselves. We were very anxious and worried going into the meeting. We had spent a lot of time preparing, and we were well prepared for the interview.
Yes. And then the question was asked for the interviewer asked for us is, when did you get married? So
go ahead.
So I answered October 9, 2019.
Then he was working on some papers and he asked a couple of questions which it looked like were intended to determine if I knew things about where I said we lived. So he asked about nearby attractions.
Yes. And then this the next question is, where did we meet in person? So we answered where the place where we meet in Cebu, Philippines.
He asked if we lived together in Lone Pine, and we told him yes. He asked how many marriages we had, and I have been divorced once, and Ragie has never been married, and he asked to see my divorce decree.
Yes. And he asked also for proof of our marriage, the documents that our names are both in there. So we hand him our like the bills like electric bill, the internet bill, and then our bank joint account.
He asked if we had filed our taxes. It had been a little more than a year since we had filed the form I-485, the application. And so we had filed a new tax since then jointly. So I gave him a copy of our jointly filed taxes.
Yes. So I will add on here. We filed our I-485 last October 11th, 2019. So it's 1 year?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
He asked about my work, what I did for a living, and we explained to him the work I do and where I get my income from. And I had written up a statement for him describing who pays and where I got my money. And he took a good look at that, and apparently he was satisfied with that. He took a copy of my birth certificate, and he took a copy, or he looked at Ragie's birth certificate and returned the original to us.
Yes. So, what is the tips you can give to them?
Do not have too high a level of anxiety. The interviewer was not deceptive or tricky. He was straightforward. He asked good questions, and he was calm and relaxed, and he helped us to relax. So I did not feel that it was a difficult interview.
Yes, and I agree. But we are human, so we feel nervous, and I feel what you are feeling now is just the same what I feel. But the good thing is you need just to tell yourself that it's okay, all is well, and just relax. Everything will be fine, because I know all of you our viewers are real. Your marriages are real, so you don't need to worry about anything.
I would like to say that we were well prepared for the interview. We had read the I-797 letter telling us about the interview very carefully, and we went over each item that they request that you bring with you. They request that you bring both the original and a copy, and we were fully prepared with copies of everything and our full and complete documentation of originals. And we had indexed them, so when he asked me for a paper, I was able to immediately produce it, and we had all of the necessary paperwork with us.
Yes, so it's good to be prepared when you go for the interview. So that's all our experience in our I-485 interview. And if another tips for our interview is I wear like this attire, business attire, or you could wear formal attire with collar, and I suggest you wear a white inner, and my husband also is wearing a white long sleeve with collar, because first impression last, so it's nice to be formal. If you have questions, just comment down below so that we could answer your questions. I am Ragie Wilkinson, and
Gavin Wilkinson.
Yes, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.